friends, this is Stacey, and I'm here today to do something a little different. I'm going to do a full, real-time video. I want to show you what I do when I go scrapbooking somewhere else. I don't even know what's in here, actually. Last time I went scrapbooking at this local scrapbook store in San Jose, California, called it used to be called Scrapbook Island, and they've changed their name recently to the Creative Escape. And so anyhow, I get one of these plastic things. Don't ask me. Oh, go ahead and ask me. It's made by Retrospect. I have a bunch of these by different brands. Cropper Hopper, I think, is one of them. Anyway, I usually grab some pictures from an event. Here was I live in Salinas, California, and this was the Salinas Air Show that we went to. And here's what I do. I normally just grab some various papers. Obviously, I've got some grays and blues and stuff here. Let me show you what I've got. And I threw everything in that plastic sheet so that I can have this little kit that I made for myself. So I've got some stickers here from Jelly Bean Soup. I've got some thickers in a navy blue, which I was so excited to find something navy blue. These are some label stickers by October Afternoon. And this is just some random sticker that, I don't know, came off something else, so who knows. I think it was from a Studio Calico sheet. Anyway, some scraps. This is it looks like a Dear Lizzie paper. Good, right? Ooh, that one makes me kind of dizzy. I don't know what that is. Some scraps that I found. Love this paper from Simple Stories. There's the back side. This is a Bo Bunny, blues, Chanel, Starshine, also with the turquoise. So, and then I've got a Basil cardstock in Nautical Blue, dark. So I'm just going to go for it, okay? Here's how I'm going to go. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to trim this strip off first using my handy dandy Fiskars trimmer. I kind of keep to the side there. And I don't know what else. This picture's kind of funny because did I take a picture of my family? No. Did I take a picture of just myself? Yes. This is in the C5, which is this huge plane, way bigger than the other cargo planes. I think it's one of the biggest. This is a heritage flight, and this is the Thunderbirds doing their show. Now, what you need to know about me is that I am a pilot. I have my helicopter pilot's license because my dad used to be in air shows. He is not alive anymore. And so going to the air show is obviously something that is so special to me, to my family. My husband doesn't really love air shows, which is funny. So I'm kind of the one. Anyhow, I'm going to trim my pictures down. This is a heritage flight with a F-15 maybe? The split things? I don't know. You'd think I'd know a little more about aircraft, but I really don't. Sometimes I think, I should probably learn that. But you know, it's along that list of other things that I should do. Great quote that my friend Kelly said to me once. She said, "Stop shoulding all over yourself." Get it? That's pretty clever, right? Because should kind of sounds like a different word that we should not say. Anyway, I'm just kind of cutting this because it was a big picture and there was a lot of sky up in there. I have so many pictures of things like this that's just like a lot of sky. Same here. This was pretty cool moment because these 5 were flying in formation from over here and this other guy went through and I caught it. It looks like they're all together, but this guy's actually coming from way over there. I don't know. This kind of thing makes me really excited. I think I'm going to leave that because that's important to me. That whoosh. Okay. And then there's me with some random kid and this dude. So I don't know if I should just cover it up, but we waited in line for like an hour to go see that cockpit. So I kind of wanted to take a picture of it. It's not really Does that make you too dizzy? This paper, doesn't it? Wow. It makes me kind of dizzy. All right, I'm getting out my adhesive. I use the Tombow Mono dots. Also, this cute bracelet. Gotta go. I went to my son's... Ooh. I'm gonna like write that down on a different little scrap here. I went to my son's school this morning and just grabbing a Sharpie real quick. They did a little Mother's Day. Today's May 6th, Friday, May 6th, when I'm filming this. And they had like a little Mother's Day show today. So look at me putting in some effort and wearing, yes, a plain shirt and a bracelet. So, and also I cried. Which is, that's okay with me because I've been kind of like a tough guy most of my life. And my goal in life is to become softer. To become softer, to become nicer, to become... I'm just going to kind of start cutting some stuff out. That's a lot of lines, huh? Maybe I'll go this way. Because, oh, that could look like something flight-ish, right? Okay, I'm just going to use my scissors out for this. And I'm just going to cut it all the way down because it drives me crazy when I have scraps that are kind of L-shaped. Okay, so here we go. Just cutting that down. I'm going to just like make some layering things. And maybe I could stack this stuff. Kind of make, I do lots of horizontal. That would be this direction, right? Horizontal things. What about doing something sort of like vertical-ish? Probably my lines should have gone that way then too, huh? Too late. Too late. Now, I don't always mat all my papers with the same thing, but when I do, I'm the most interesting person in the world. Okay, this blue makes more sense to me as a background here because see how light this is all around? And so that blue is going to make it stand out a little more versus that one. Okay, hopefully this video isn't super duper long since I have no plan whatsoever except just to work with these things that I have pulled out already. I didn't really make that super big, but that's okay. And that's kind of not going to work. Maybe I'll just do white. Again, I kind of need some contrast there, right? What's on the back? How about gray? Oh, that fits kind of perfectly. So this is a pretty special air show for me because it's our home air show. It's pretty wonderful. I think I'll use, I had a lot more turquoise over there, didn't I? Okay, I'm gonna have to throw some turquoise in here, but it's gonna be mostly, what's going on here? My adhesive's not coming off. I had one where the whole roll was kind of like that, and it was a super big bummer because I like this adhesive, and so therefore I purchased a ton of it from the Tombow website. I purchased a bunch of adhesive. I don't know if I'm going to use this layer, but let's see. I might. Let's try to square it off a little bit better. Alrighty. I bought a bunch of adhesives, lots of the refills because I really like it. Okay, Heritage Flight, me without a family. Maybe I'll like put something here so you can kind of see the cockpit, but you don't necessarily have to see this kid's face, this random kid. His mom's like, what's this crazy lady doing with the picture of my kid? Sorry. All right, now I'm just going to be doing this stack, okay? I'm probably going to put some clouds. Yep. And clouds again, and then clouds again, and then something about the Slants Air Show. I might even write something, because I was telling you how special this thing is to me. So I'm going to need you to write that down also. Okay, let's cut. I mean, this paper is so pretty. I know. I'm going to cut out some clouds. Moving on. Because I want to incorporate some turquoise, I'm going to cut these out like with a wide turquoise edge on them. That'd be alright. I hope my head's not in this video too much, because I noticed at this last video I was like leaning my head over, and I was trying to see and you probably couldn't see. Okay, here's a little tip for cutting stuff out, right? You may have heard this, other people have probably said this before. I'm no expert at cutting stuff, but I try to hold the scissors still and go slow. Of course, look at what a great expert I am at cutting. As I get stuck right here. And just move the paper. See how I'm just gently moving the paper around? Like this. Let's get a little more thin. Uh-oh, it's like giving yourself a haircut. A little more off this side, a little more off that side, and then pretty soon you got like a buzz cut somehow. Okay. Look, cover that kid's face right there. Love you, kid. I don't love you. I don't even know you. Okay. What do you think? So, Salinas Air Show, but with clouds. It was kind of cloudy too. I think did it rain this time? I don't know. It's rained at some of these air shows, of course. But I've been going to them since I was a kid. So let me tell you some more about my dad. How about that? Oops, sorry, you want to see this probably. My dad learned how to fly from his dad, who learned how to fly in the Army Air Corps before there was such thing as an Air Force. The Army had their own thing going on, and before it became separate in the Air Force. Anyway, he learned how to fly airplanes, and then he was an airplane instructor and a farmer in Arizona. Did you want to see scrapbooking, or did you want to hear the history of my life? How about the history of my life? And so when my grandfather he kept it's called CFI, so a certified flight instructor, and he kept that up over the years, although he didn't, I don't think really work as a job. He didn't it wasn't really his living, since I think he was mostly like a farmer, rancher, super involved in his community. That's my grandfather. My dad then joined the Army later, like in his 20s or something. And he learned first how to fix helicopters, and then he already learned how to fly airplanes from his dad, and then learned how to fly helicopters in the Army. And then that's what he did for a living for his whole life. He did not die in a helicopter crash. He just died in his bed of a heart attack, unfortunately. And okay, so there I've cut these out. And you know what? I think it's kind of cute. So, I really miss my dad, and one way that I can pay him tribute is to continue going to the air show. So later he did a lot of crop dusting, which is when you fly and spray chemicals on the fields. Don't worry, a lot of the chemicals they spray are organic, but of course, organic's not necessarily what you think. Okay, lots of information you're gleaning from me today. Here's some more layering. Okay, I'm going to trim this down slightly. I really like these new scissors I got. They're pretty fancy, pretty golden. Okay, because I don't want to bore you forever and ever, I'm going to do one thing real quick. This is an old basic gray file. I've used nail files too in the past, but I'm Here, I'll do it over here so you can see me, but I'm just gonna try to scuff these edges up a little because this color on the navy was not super striking, but see if I scuff the edge a bit, that it makes a white edge because the core of this paper is white. So I'm just gonna, not worry about it too much, but try to scuff it up. But then you get, you're gonna get a lot of stuff. Okay. And get the top of this one of it. Anyway, so later then, how did I become a helicopter pilot? Well, my dad taught me. But not just my dad. He then owned a company who did flying, and he taught me how to fly along with a couple of his employees. I had like so many instructors throughout time, and it kind of wasn't great for me to. My dad was a great instructor, an amazing helicopter pilot. His name was Jim Cheatham, and if you Google yellow helicopter, I think you'll see him, or the Showcopters was his air show team, which he developed the 3 helicopter air show team. And I was their announcer sometimes. So I can do a really cheesy voice, ladies and gentlemen. Look to the sky and, right? Okay. So that's me. I'm just scuffing this up a little bit to add some interest and to separate these layers. Can you see this is a little bit better now with this white? A little bit. Okay. Also lift it up a bit to keep it off the page. And then I got this bad boy. I should probably darken that, but I'm not. Just trying to get this done. Alrighty. And I'm going to write. That's what I'm going to do differently. I do a lot of journaling on my scrapbooking pages. But listen to me. But I can talk for like 30 minutes about the importance of these pictures. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get this, glue it down. Okay. I'm going to glue this stuff down. And so I just kind of want to see about what the spacing would be. Get that kid's face out of there. That poor kid that has some crazy lady with him in her scrapbook. You guys must have pictures of random background strangers in your scrapbooks, right? Is it just me? No. Oh, listen, my husband's coming home. I might have to actually turn off this video because I hear the garage door opening. Okay. This is scrapbook adhesives. I'm going to put you on pause now so you don't have to hear my husband come in because who knows what he's going to say. Okay, I'm back and you're welcome because I've speeded this part up. I said I was going to do this real time, but I am a total liar. I spend a lot of time talking. My hands are making crazy motions right now because I am pointing out the fact that these papers have these diagonal lines that are moving upwards to the right. And I am taking note that I want to make sure that the picture that I framed in that turquoise paper, that turquoise Chamel paper, is also going upwards to the right when I utilize it again in that top picture with that heritage flight, those 2 airplanes. And also the cloud. Notice the cloud to the right with the black stripes. They're also going up. So, all I'm doing here is backing with some other colors. I'm scuffing up the edges. What I'm trying to do is create some difference. So you can see that the gray paper is different than the blue's from the white, etc. Right? And there's some contrast going with that other white background. So that's all I'm doing. You're going to notice I'm using the scrapbook adhesives yet again to make these lower clouds pop up. Then this is the part that you're going to be so happy that I sped up because I'm going to use some clusters of these label stickers to create an area where I will journal slightly. I'm not huge on journaling. And also in the upper left, I'm going to use the title. Use it to like frame my title area. So here I go. I'm showing you my 2 different bowls I keep on my desk. I have one that keeps all my like little scraps for garbage, because all those little tabs that I'm pulling off right now, there's like little pieces of paper everywhere, right? Now I am not going to pop up the polka dot cloud, because I'm going to use it to put my title on. I have cut a piece of wax paper. Yeah, that's what that stuff's called, wax paper. I saw somebody else doing this in a video, and they didn't explain it. It took me a while to figure out what they were doing. Is they had taken their thickers or whatever sticker letters, and then because you can kind of see through it, you can move it around the page and be like, oh, where do I want this title to go? So you'll see that I'm gonna, yeah, utilize that, and I can put it around. Now I know where I want to put those labels. So I'm just kind of putting these labels. I'm changing my mind. I'm moving things around, and eventually I will settle on a location for these, and then do the quick, slow work again of putting those letter stickers down. Voila, I'm back. My husband came in yet again and interrupted. I said, don't come in. I'm recording this video. He came in and started talking to me. And so that's why I had to restart again. Look at me actually going to glue stuff down now. I'm usually in a really fast, decisive mood. I'm like, this is going to go here. Yep. And I just go with it. But you can see it takes me a little while. I change my mind, and then I change my mind again about all these labels. I love these labels. Most of the time, labels have like, I don't know, like a Santa Claus on one of them, or I don't know what, motifs of some sort. And, you know, I kind of don't like the way these labels look, because what I don't want it to look like is like there's a huge random stack, like currently. See how that's looking? It's like too much. And at the same time, I don't want it to be exactly even with the clouds on the left, on the lower left, that like polka dot one and the white one. So you see, I'm trying not to make it look like that, but here I go, putting these stickers down, and I'm kind of just following the line of that label sticker, and I don't know. That's all I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to do the title. I'm going to glue it, get it on there, and then I'm going to do some journaling, and this page will be done, my friend. And I'm sorry that these letters take so long to put down. This is actually still a fast forward. I know. You're like, but it's taking forever. Now, I love those navy thickers. It's very difficult to find navy stuff. So I'm using it all here. Now I'm going to use these jelly bean soup, these little turquoise letters, to kind of start my journaling off. And what it says is, now I can't remember. What does it say? Like, something about how these are super important memories to me. Kind of basically like I waxed poetic about for the first 20 minutes of this video, how going to the air show is just so important to me to maintain these memories, right? So many great memories. That's what it says. So many great memories. When we were kids, we used to just run ragged around the air shows and probably drive everybody crazy, because I have 5 siblings, so there's 6 of us. They'd be like, oh boy, here they come. Now I'm showing you my basket. This is, it's a Longaberger basket that is, I think, meant to like hang on a wall for something. I don't know what. I'm getting rid of those bow ones. But I keep in here some Brad packs, lots of enamel dots, and other stickers that come in such size packages. I just did a major purging of my supplies, and I found these enamel dots from my Mind's Eye, the Now and Then collection. I'm sure it's super old because I bought it from Scrapbook Steals. This is an ephemera pack that also I found. I just reorganized all my supplies so that all my ephemera is together, all of my Um, enamel dots and the stickers are in that basket, which they kind of already were, but then I had things like these collections that I had purchased for Smokin' Deals. Normally I don't buy collection packs. And I finally just took everything out, reorganized all of my items so that they're together in the way that I utilize them. You know, oh, I'm looking for these small embellishments, so I pull out that basket to finish off a page. Later, I'll show you a little drawer. I keep some other embellishments, small embellishments that are not in little packages anymore, like loose items, in small drawers by color. So you're going to see this is a done scrapbook page. Here's some journaling, as promised. So many great memories at the Salinas Air Show. And now you've got a little bonus video coming up of me utilizing all the scraps that were left on my desk to make these 2 cards. I just cut an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper into I'm scoring it first at 4 1/4, and then I cut it at 5.5 to make 2 separate cards. And then I fold it with that little bone folder from Stampin' Up. And I'm going to use all my scraps to make 2 cards real quick. See, I'm pulling out that ephemera pack that I was just mentioning. And one thing that you'll notice right away is that I'm separating the ephemera. I'm just spreading it all out so I get a good look at it. Because I store everything by color, you'll notice I automatically just do that. Like all the silver stuff goes together, all the green stuff. I'm just showing you all of my things that are left over real quick here. These cards are not fancy. I'm not a card maker per se, but I just use my scraps all the time to make cards because I have all this stuff. You're never going to see me purchase a card because that would be crazy, right? Okay, maybe I've purchased a card or 2 in my life, but not for 15 years probably. So I've cut the blue bow bunny paper down to 4 inches by 5 1/4 to create a little mat. Now, I really wanted to use these little airplanes because they're totally cute, right? But what I noticed is that my card is white. And I often go to papers that are white in the background and not cream. But this ephemera has that aged look to it. So it's sort of like a cream, like brown around the edges. And I just don't use it. I often don't use it. Now, by trade, I am a professional organizer. So I help people in their home take all of their stuff and figure out what do they use, what do they like, what do they want to keep, and then how we can store it in a way that is accessible to them so that they know what they have and they know where it is, and then they can use it. Kind of like I do right here. Here's what I'm showing you. I'm showing you my storage in this drawer. It's super fast, sorry, but my scraps are stored by color, and then my thickers and my other letters. I'm looking for a piece of white paper here. Whoa, it's going fast, sorry. That was a little dizzy making. I am going to show you with this little scrap piece of white cardstock how I'm going to write with this. It's a Michaels brand dual tip brush pen. They're very similar to the Tombow brand. Tombow, Tombow, like the adhesive that I use. But this is a Michaels brand. And I'm just cutting out with my new little scissors, leaving a little white border around everything. And then I'm going to adhere it to the card. Let's see, I was starting to talk about how I organize for people. And you'll notice in my drawer, all my scraps are organized by color, but also by height. When your scraps are stored by height, like the tallest one in the back, the smallest one towards the front, you can see everything at one glance. And that's the idea, is that you're not really going to use it if you can't see it. If you don't know where it is, you're not going to use it. And so I get rid of things. So you're going to see me put all that cream stuff over in a pile over there. I'm probably just going to throw it away, or I'm going to put it in a bag where I donate stuff. A lot of my crafting stuff, since I just purged a whole bunch of items. You know, if I don't love it, I'm probably not going to use it. And I don't want to feel guilty when I'm scrapbooking. To me, it's my therapy, my little art form. And so I want to be inspired. And let's face it, part of the fun of scrapbooking is like shopping for new scrapbooking things. Okay, as promised, here is one of my little drawers by color. So when I have this little sticker is from an old Dear Lizzie pack, and it is when I utilize a bunch of stickers, then I go through and I cut them. I cut the ones that are left over out, and I put them in one of these drawers by color, because that's really how I scrapbook and how I craft. Is I take all the I need something blue, right? I need something turquoise. So you saw me pull out my little blue drawer. Now I'm gonna play with this little sticker because they're those stickers are really delicate, like thin, floppy, and so you're gonna see me add even more pop dots to it in a bit. Versus these label stickers from October Afternoon are super thick, so I just need to put a couple of little pop dots on there, and that thing's staying up. It's beautiful. So this card, I make cards that say birthday or thank you. This one says thankful and grateful. And so then I've got 2 cards and a layout for you. Here's a couple pictures of them. And thank you for watching and listening to me go on and on. Have a great day.